All right, we're back. Hopefully we fixed some issues. Jumping on a restream right now. I should be live. Let me double check. I'm having problems today with everything I touch.
Hey y'all, welcome back.
This is funny. This is funny. Oh, there I am. Am I
I'm
here?
gonna double check.
Oh, here I am.
Double check.
All right, we're good. We're good. Ah, awesome. Awesome. I don't know what happens. I've got my setup set up and then it disconnects, or I don't know if it loses connection when I reconnect my laptop and everything after traveling. I don't know. And then, like I say, every time I go into Restream, it looks different. So hopefully Brook Trout will come on over. That would be good. That would be good. So, yeah, I don't know. And then it didn't even want to look at my Logitech camera. I want to look at my laptop camera. I don't know. Sometimes tech is just not my friend. Today would not prove to be any different. Yeah, I did. All right. Well, I guess we'll just wait a little bit. We'll wait a little bit. So, yeah, I'm excited. But if I could get that park pass thing straightened out tonight, that would be awesome. But it was so confusing. So confusing. I don't know. So you hadn't heard anything else more, Mrs. Hopkins? I've got a splinter in my hand. I can't get it out. If I could get it out, it'd be tonight's prize. So why can't I see interesting. I can't see how many people are in the room anymore. That's bizarre. Restream used to show that, but I don't know. Oh, maybe it's here. No. New Poly Market ticker. Oh, I can put little tickers in. Oh, fun. Let's see. See if I can get this to work real quick. This is kind of good practice for me. Get into Restream every now and then. Let's see. We have a scroller. I'm going to scroll. Oh, that is good. That does make things convenient. It does make things convenient. Let's see, what have I got here? I thought I was adding a scroll thing, but either their new widget isn't working or add to scene. Oh, okay. Should go up to the top now. I don't want to add that crap. And then it's not showing on my stuff. I don't know. That is so weird. Oh, yeah. That is not, I thought you could type in a custom message. I don't want any of that crap on there that I don't care about. Hide. Let's just trash that. Remove that from the list. I mean, I'd like, it'd be cool if you can add your own thingy to it and have that scroll. I don't want to be scrolling any other crud. That's crazy. There it goes. Have to go away. It is always hard finding new doctors. Oh my gosh. Or just going to the doctor. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. I mean, I've been going through medical stuff all month. I'm just over it. But I did elect to go to PT because I know it'll help my hip on my trip. But I was so sore yesterday. I was telling Suzanne and Lulu, I was like, yeah, I was going to walk to dinner and then, because we wanted to eat out. I mean, I had a busy day yesterday, so I'm like, I'm eating out. So I don't get stressed out. Oh, there are my people counters. So, and then I got like 6 houses down the road. I'm like, yeah, my hip's not steady. So he had to come get the car. So we drove to dinner instead of walking. So, oh well. But she went in deep on my hip yesterday. So, dismiss. All right, let's go. We got some people in the room. Let's play. All right, number 1, we're going to try this again, see where we go. I know that OBS, you can do the stream thing. Maybe it is in StreamYard, you could do that. I don't know. I was never a fan of StreamYard. It's too clunky at the time. They may have changed by now. But all right, number 1, which song by The Offspring ridicules a wannabe gangsta who is immersed in hip hop culture, not because he truly loves or understands it, but because it is trendy and makes him feel tough. Yeah, tough. The song's one of the reasons I love The Offspring. I think they're funny. They don't take themselves too seriously. But this was a great dance song. Pretty fly for a white guy. Yeah, they used to play this at Baja Beach Club in Atlanta a lot. It usually got played at least once every weekend night. That place was fun. Baja Beach Club brings back memories. And they had this awful. Well, they had this thing, and I doubt it's still around at bars. I don't even know why it became a thing where you could. They had this big ice block. You could do shots. They'd pour the shot down the ice block, and you would just put your mouth. I don't know if they had mouthpieces or what, but I just thought gross. We are back. And Mrs. Hopkins is on the board. Pretty fly for a white guy. That's I don't know that that's Brook Trout's theme song. Mrs. H with 1 point. All right. Number 2, Ray Stevens won a Grammy for Best Contemporary Male Vocalist for this number 1 hit, which was a little different than his regular goofy, get your clothes on, Ethel. I need one of those little sounds, right? Because I love that song. They call it The Streak. I need that little instrument that does the whistle. I can't even make the sound. But I almost bought one and I didn't. I opted for the kazoo because I only have so many musical instruments in my budget for the year. Nope. No, it wasn't the streak. It was different than the streak. He won a Grammy for this, and it was his #1 hit in 1970. Oh, it's got to be 72 or 73. $1970. Wow. 1970, this song came out. It has beautiful or pretty in it. And it was, I would say it was adult contemporary. It was an original. Well, somebody else wrote it, I do believe. Let's see. Oh, it was composed and performed by him. And I think he said too that, I don't know, that I think he said he was inspired to write this more serious song as opposed to like Guitarzan, Ahab the Arab, and the Streak. And then he went back to comedy after he wrote this more serious song. Surprisingly, this song, well, it did well around the country, around the world. South African singer Jody Wayne covered the song in early 72. And his version reached #20 in his home version. Jim Nabors did it, Bing Crosby, Neil Sedaka, Dana, Foster and Allen, Cletus T. Judd did a version for the album Boogity Boogity, a tribute to the comic genius of Ray Stevens. And it was also sung in America Idol Season 4 Top 10 finalist. And he recorded the song in 2020 50th anniversary. So it would be Everything is Beautiful. That was one of his more serious songs. All right. Catherine Bates, not the actress, the songwriter, wrote the words as a poem originally titled Pike's Peak. It was first published in the 4th of July 1895 edition of the church periodical, The Congregationalist. Name the song. Name the song. Name the song. Has beautiful or pretty in the title. This was a good one. I like doing this one. It was a little slim on the songs, though, both on the pretty and the beautiful side, as far as more popular songs. Catherine Bates wrote the words as a poem originally titled Pike's Peak. It was first published in the 4th of July, 1895. Hint, hint. An edition of the church periodical, The Congregationalist. Now, the song itself the lyrics were written by a choir master of the Grace Episcopal Church in Newark, New Jersey, Samuel A. Ward. But interestingly, the two had never met. And Ward initially composed the song's melody in 1882 to accompany the lyrics to Materna, basis of the hymn O Mother Dear Jerusalem. The hymn was not first published until 1982. And this song is one of the most popular of the many. Yes, Mrs. Hopkins. There you go. There you go. There you go. Very good. Number 4, which Roy Orbison song was also the title to the movie starring Richard Gere and Julia Roberts? This is a pretty easy one. It's whoever has the fastest fingers. Which Roy Orbison song was also the title to a movie starring Richard Gere and Julia Roberts? There you go, Mrs. H. All right, moving on to number 5. Name the title track to Bob Seger's 8th studio album released in 1975. And I just learned that this was a title track. I had no clue. I had no clue. That's why we do trivia, so we can learn stuff. Name the title track to Bob Seger's 8th studio album released in 1975. Going once. Going twice. Bob Seger. That would be Beautiful Loser. Beautiful Loser. Number 6, Dick Powell sang which tune with lyrics written by Johnny Mercer for the 1938 film Hard to Get? And I've talked about this before. This song title is also on his wife's tombstone. Brook trout. You may be a little behind. You may want to press the live button to see if it speeds you up. I got you. I got you, Brook Trout. I've got you. All right. Number 6. Dick Powell sang which tune with lyrics written by Johnny Mercer for the 1938 film Hard to Get? It's also on his wife's tombstone. Which is interesting. I think she passed before he did. Johnny Mercer. Johnny Mercer. He died 1976 in LA. 76 in LA. And his wife when did his wife die? Ginger Meltzer, 1960, 61. Ginger Meltzer. Ginger Mercer. She died in 94. So she died after him. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. Hey, Pause, how's it going? Good to see you. How's your week going? Yeah, so the song by Johnny Mercer that was sung by Dick Powell in the 1938 film Hard to Get was You Must Have Been a Beautiful Baby. And it's interesting. For some reason in my head, maybe I just never looked at the dates, but I've been to the grave site. And I always thought, oh, how sweet. He had her tombstone engraved with that. But no, she must have her own gravestone engraved with that because she died after him. And she died after him. And yeah, You Must Have Been a Beautiful Baby is on her tombstone. And I was like kind of wondering because when I was doing the research for the trivia, then I saw, well, he had a lot of affairs, apparently. So, a little scoundrel, rascal. Yeah, they had their plans laid out well. She was cute. She was adorable as a young actress, singer, whatever she did. But yeah. But yeah, they're buried in Bonaventure Cemetery, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil Cemetery. It's a beautiful, beautiful cemetery. Because that's the wealthy cemetery. The paupers, servants, service workers, they're all in the cemetery next door. So it's just a beautiful area there too, because it's right on the river, big oak trees with moss hanging down. It's gorgeous. It's a really nice. And I've been to Danny Hanford's grave site too. So it was a little, it had whiskey bottles, cigarette butts, all that kind of stuff at Danny's cemetery. If you know Midnight in the Good and Evil movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, number 7, addressed to John Lennon's son Sean. This track is noted for its gentle, reassuring tone and its themes of parental affection and optimism. Name that John Lennon song. Addressed to John Lennon's Sean Shun. Sean, the track is noted for its gentle, reassuring tone and its themes of parental affection and optimism. The car is green on one side, sand on the other. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised, Mrs. Hopkins. Not surprised. But, in the end, the outcome is the same. So, c'est la vie. I would opt for the cheap out. I'm going to be cremated anyway. I already got my cremation card. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Number 7, addressed to John Lennon's son, Sean. The track is noted for its gentle, reassuring tone and its themes of parental affection and optimism. That song would be Beautiful Boy. Beautiful Boy. All right, number 8. Which song by the Rascals was featured during the 1969 college graduation scene in The First Wives Club? It was also used in the 1993 movie A Bronx Tale, opening the racetrack scene. Which song by the Rascals was featured during the 1969 college graduation scene in The First Wives Club? And it was also used in the 1993 movie A Bronx Tale. And I guess that the big problem now is them bulldozing historical cemeteries to put in data centers. I think it's happened in 2 cases now. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. That song would be It's a Beautiful Morning by the Rascals. Number 9, Pretty in Pink is a movie by John Hughes, but it was first a song by which band? Pretty in Pink is a movie by John Hughes, but it was first a song by which band? Story goes that John Hughes was inspired by this song. Psychedelic Furs. That's right. You got it. Flock of Seagulls. I just like the haircut with the flock of seagulls because it kind of reminds me of like birds getting ready to take off. Yep. All right. Number 10. On number 10. First recorded by Curtis Lee, this song was covered by Sha-Na-Na. Shwati Shwati, Shwati Wati, and the Deltones. That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you throw enough and it sticks. You never know. I mean, your odds are what? 1 in 100,000, 200,000. Not bad considering. Better than your odds being 0 out of 0 because you didn't throw out something. That's my outlook on life. Oh yeah, I've seen the Steven Seagulls. Pretty clever name. It's like all the Steven Seagal movies were always like 3-letter words or 3-word titles. Out to kill. Under siege. It was like always 3 syllables, right? Oh, out for a kill. Half past dead. Out of reach. Into the sun. Today you die. Fire down below. Exit wounds. Above the law. Hard to kill. Marked for death. Maybe, just maybe he should be a nicer person and he wouldn't have all those problems. He likes action adventure. I think the last action adventure movie I went to see at the theater was probably Gone in 60 Seconds. Is that the name of the movie? Because my roommate's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, let's go to the movie." All right. It was his pick, so yeah. Good old Jerry. That's a roommate y'all have not met yet. But yeah. All right. First recorded by Curtis Lee. This song was covered by Sha-Na-Na, Shawati Wati, and the Deltones. Shawati Wati, I guess, is a band from the UK. I'd never heard of them before this. So Sha-Na-Na is probably what I remember it from mostly. And Bowser had a big part in this. In fact, Bowser did the opening lyrics to this song. Remember Bowser? He had the bass. He sang bass. His mama sang tenor. It was Pretty Little Angel Eyes. Pretty little angel, pretty little angel, pretty little angel eyes. Never been having. That was a good guess. Good guess. See, now I would have put Shana Nana. Nana Nana Nana. Wonder how many nanas are in that Shanana. Chris knows all the nas to how many nas there are in Love and Touch and Squeeze Him, but I have not asked him if he knows how many nas there are in Shanana. Number 11, the NXS music video features close-ups of women's faces, images of women eating junk food, in a darkly critical fashion show. With the band members obscured by visual effects, Andrew Ferris wrote which song after the birth of his daughter? This is an NXS music video. Yeah, Shauna and I had a show for a while. They were around, I want to say, for a couple of seasons. And I was into, I liked 50s music. I like doo-wop. So I was into it. I was into it. And then I guess I got into a band that did doo-wop. And I sang backup. Actually, it ran from 77 to 81. Wow. It ran a lot longer than my little brain thought. And of course, they were at Woodstock and Festival Express. Yeah. Beautiful girl, 'tis correct. Beautiful girl is correct. Mrs. H is on a roll. 5, and Brooke has 1. All right, still time to catch up. Still time. Number 12, Billy Preston was appalled to learn that Sam Moore of Sam and Dave was using the song as a means to attract young women when he sang it in concert. In Moore's description, Preston told him, "The song's about my mother." It was made popular by Joe Cocker. But I did not know that that wasn't a Joe Cocker song. I just now learned that it was a Billy Preston song when I did this trivia. And it's probably like the quintessential Joe Cocker song. It's kind of like the song that Joe Cocker is kind of known for. And who parodied him on Saturday Night Live? Yes, you are correct. You're also beautiful. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I didn't know that was a Preston song. But good for Billy Preston for getting on to Sam Moore, using it to pick up women. I wonder if he stopped after that, though. My guess is no. My guess is no. But yeah, who impersonated Joe Cocker on Saturday Night Live? Oh, was it Jim Belushi did that, right? Yeah, Jim Belushi. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And what's funny about that is Chris used to impersonate Jim Belushi doing Joe Cocker. And when we had our taking care of our godchild every weekend, he would live with us on the weekends. And Chris got the kid like he was a toddler. He was just toddling, right? I don't even think he could like say too many words, other than what a young toddler says. Um, and then he would say, "Hey, James, do Joe Cocker," and Joe Cocker, he'd go. It was so funny. We have so many pictures of him doing his contorted Joe Cocker look. It's so funny. Oh, does he? Oh, that's sweet. Hey, pause. Music trivia is yeah, mine is too. That's why I do music trivia. I love music. It's been part of my life, but I never got into like we were poor. I couldn't afford albums. So I couldn't sit there and look at all the album covers and all the names and who did what and who were the members of the group. And oh, I wasn't even allowed to listen to rock music until, well, I'd sneak and listen to it. Or, by the time I was like 16, I think my mom gave up. So, you know, oh, but it was okay if I listened to her Satan music, gyrating my hips and everything. I just couldn't listen to my generation's satanic music and gyrate my hips. Which is so funny. It's what my dad said. It attracted him to my mother was that she was a great dancer. I don't know. My dad was an excellent dancer. He really was. I think the last band we went to see where we danced together was Biorhythmo. It's a salsa band out of Richmond, Virginia. Really awesome band. Really, really good. I especially like their early stuff, but they're still good. And they've had members from Guar that were in their band, Biorhythmo. Imagine from Guar to a salsa band. It's a stretch. Mm-hmm. But the musicians are so talented that it played in both Guar and Biorhythmo. Biorhythmo, I think they've had as many as like, I don't know, 16 musicians. But they're one of my favorite groups. Favorite groups. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-piece band. They have everything: timbal, coro, clav, drum sets, guiro, piano, farfisa organ, trombone, trumpet, bass, bongo, conga, saxophone ×2, and conga. So yeah, amazing band to see. I know that's why I think I have hip problems now is all that disco and all that dancing I did through my, oh my gosh, childhood and always at the clubs. And in my 30s, I was always at the clubs and, every weekend dancing. Craziness. Yeah, they're an incredible band to see. I'd put them up there with somebody like Trombone Shorty, speaking your language, who I've always wanted to see, but I always miss Trombone Shorty by like that much. Yes, I did look up Disco Demolition. That was hilarious. Chicago. Doing away with Kaminsky Park in Chicago, 1979 is when that happened. A little bit of history from Brook Trout there on the Disco Demolition. It was a nightmare. It was a catastrophe. It was a catastrophe. All right. I think everybody got the point. Brooke, Mrs. Hopkins, you got 5. Brooke, you have 1. Or Mrs. Hopkins has 6 because she got You Are So Beautiful. I think she's at 6 now, right? Number 13, which Guns N' Roses song was first played live at the Rock in Rio 2 festival in January of 1999 with a live version of the song released on the album Live Era 87 and to 93. It was never on a studio recorded album. Never on a studio recorded album. Did make it on the Live Era album. Which Guns N' Roses song was first played live at Rock in Rio 2 festival in 1999 with the live version of the song released on album Live Era 87 to 93. And I think they played this. No, hey, Hike with Mike. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. You ready for school to be out for summer? Yet? And they say we all need routine in our lives. I think they lie. I think they lie. I know it's hard to get back into the routine of things. Which Guns N' Roses song was first played live at the Rock in Rio 2 festival? That would be Pretty Tied Up. Pretty Tied Up. Now, I don't know that song, so it can mean 2 things. That I'm busy or somebody looks really good tied up. I don't know the songs. I'll know which it is. Maybe both. Could be both. Could be both. It's just like starting already. I know. Just think retirement. Keep your eyes on the prize. Retirement. So close. So close. After this, it's what? 2 years? 1 year. I can't wait, Mike. I'm going to celebrate with you when you retire. Oh, gosh. The second one, thanks for the clarification, Brook Trout. Thanks for the clarification. 2 years. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited for you. Getting closer, closer. Number 14, this song by Connie Francis was revived on social media shorts in the past year. Every time I would come across a short that started and I heard the first note of that song, I was like, meh. Scroll, baby, scroll. The song by Connie Francis was revived on social media shorts in the past year. It was featured in animal and children's compilation videos mostly. Mostly. There you go. Pause. I'm going to give it to you. It's a pretty little baby, but I got you. I got you. Very good. Very good. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Number 15, the title of this song comes from Marilyn Bender's 1967 book, The Beautiful People, exposing the world of scandal within the jet-set lifestyle of the 1960s and the culture of beauty as it pertains to fashion and politics. Name the artist who sang the song, produced by Trent Reznor. Oh, Martha's going to be fast on the keyboard with this one. Your grand pup. Pretty Little Baby. Marilyn Manson is correct. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. I like that song. Can you tell? I don't know if I put out the video or not, but there's this radio station. I think it's up in Tallahassee. I was listening to it on the way. It was 19 North, Mike. They were playing the craziest stuff. They were playing, I think they were playing Marilyn Manson. They were playing Rob Zombie. They were playing some really good songs. I was like, wow. I was shocked. I was shocked. Oh, and they also played, I couldn't believe this was on the same station with Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, but they played Moon Zappa's Valley Girl. It was the best radio station ever. Why can't Atlanta get good stations like that? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm way better than Pretty Little Baby for sure. Oh gosh. All right. Did I give you that point, Mrs. Hopkins? You got 7. Brooke has 1. Paul's has 1. That's where we are right now. Number 16. Bono described which song as being about a man who has lost everything but finds joy in what he still has. This is the way life should be. This is the way life should be. Whether you lose it or not. Whether you lose it or not. I might have some metal stuff coming up. Do I do it all? I might. You know, I always try and look after you, Mike. Throw in some metal stuff here and there. The Crossroads, huh? It's a beautiful day. Yes, Mrs. Hopkins got it. Beautiful day. All right. Number 17, which song was written by Stephen Sondheim and Leonard Bernstein from the 1957 musical West Side Story? I know there's been a parody of this song, and I forget who did it. Oh. Oh, okay. So it was also in, I guess, Anger Management. Adam Sandler is forced to sing the song loudly on a bridge in this 2003 comedy. That's hilarious. Hello, Angela. Good to see you. You've been cranking out some videos, girl. Good to see. Always good to see. Just met a girl named, no, it's not a girl named Maria. It's songs with pretty or beautiful in the title, Mike. Songs with pretty or beautiful in the title. Wow. So maybe I should see Anger Management because that sounds pretty funny, actually. There you go, Mrs. Hopkins. I feel pretty. I feel pretty. I'm so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. All right. That was a stretch. Number 18, Jefferson Airplane sang these lyrics in which song? Don't give vanity a second thought. No, no, no. And beauty's only skin deep. It goes just so far. Cause why? Why? Oh yeah, it is a good version. Definitely, Mike. Hey, what's up, Chris? Hey, Debbie. Good to see y'all. We've been doing good. Can you think of the song, Angela? Which song written by Stephen Sondheim and Leonard Bernstein from the 1957 musical West Side Story? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think everybody's heard about that, Chris. That's life. I told Chris she'd be the most beautiful 80-year-old corpse ever. She was beautiful, like inside and out. She's one of those special people. Dolly and Tim Curry, yeah. Oh, Tim Curry passed too. I agree, Trout. I agree. Tim Curry's health wasn't so great the last few days. So, oh, he died in Los Angeles. Wow. Toluca Lake. Interesting. I'm surprised. Wow. I had no idea. Where is that even? 12 miles northwest of downtown LA, nestled near Burbank and Universal City. Interesting. I guess because it was close to the studios. People like living there. Who, Tim Curry? Oh, I love Tim Curry. Look up Tim. Let's look it up. Let's look up Tim Curry. I'll always remember Tim Curry for this. The Zucchini Song. The Zucchini Song. You have to watch the Zucchini Song. A finger popping song with the guys. I don't remember all the songs from West Side City. I mean, West Side Story. To the Jets. Maybe Cool, Tonight, Rumble. Pardon me. Has to be one of those. Or Jet Song. But yeah, the Zucchini Song is about a gardener that Tim Curry met on a little stroll. Had the biggest zucchini that he had ever seen. Oh, what a beauty. I've never seen one quite like that before. Oh, what a beauty. It Must be 2 feet long or even more. Huh, interesting. I guess there's a lot of stars owned stuff there because it was so close to the studios, according to the wiki. It was the 1920s. I love those little 1920s homes in LA area. They're so cute and quaint. Jefferson Airplane song, Don't Give Vanity a Second Thought. No, no, no. Beauty's only skin deep. It goes just so far. 'Cause why? 'Cause why? This is a Jefferson Airplane song. The answer would be you're only as pretty as you feel. This is true. This is true. Number 19. This Michael Jackson song is known by the initials of 3 words in the chorus. This Michael Jackson song is known by the initials of 3 words in the chorus. I guess the initials are also sung in the chorus. Thumbs up are appreciated. I haven't been able to see my thumbs up. It took me a while on this new restream setup to figure out where the viewers were. Couldn't figure out how many people were in the chat and if I should start or not. When I had to restart over here. Oh, really? I can't believe nobody knows this one. A Michael Jackson song. Oh, how come I'm not seeing that over here? Oh, it's not scrolling down. Sorry, y'all. Hike with Mike. Mrs. Hopkins got that first. Hike with Mike was second. Good thing I came over here. Mrs. Hopkins has 10. Brooke has 1. Pause has 1. You watched my earlier live. I know. I don't know what was happening with the sound. That's why I just went to restream. Figure maybe YouTube is having an issue. So that's okay. We have a way to work around that. That's why we have restream. Let's see. Now, it was a pretty young thing. Number 20, name the song by Stephen Foster that is central to the plot of the 1949 film Mighty Joe Young, as it is used throughout the film to calm the title character, a large gorilla. Pause. Educated. That sounds good. We had jerk pork tonight. Just did a jerk pork roast. Keep it nice and moist instead of cutting it into cubes. And so pork roast. I had just an Asian slaw salad. I know I'm mixing cultures, but hey, that's what I like to do. Diversity is spice of life. And what else did we have? Slaw. Oh, just some canned artichokes. Trying to stay away from grocery store stuff because the obvious. Which reminds me, I need to check on Suzanne after this. She got sick, and I hope it wasn't from eating something. You're faster than her? I'm sorry, Brooke. I am Beautiful Stranger. No, it is not Beautiful Stranger. But for some reason, I want to say that this song was also used in I don't know if it was in a Fassbinder film. Like he was a German film dude in the 60s, 70s, Fassbinder, and he did some really wild movies, but in the world of directors, he's highly regarded. But I can't remember if it was a Fassbinder film or I wanted to say it was like a foreign film used this song a lot. And I almost want to say it was in the Elephant Man. I don't think it was. I don't know. New England pot roast and southern fried chicken once. I had a Civil War in my tummy. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. What did I had pork earlier, pork roast earlier. I didn't know what to do with it. So I did kind of like a pot roast, but I had some chili that I made when I made some pozole that I'd processed. So I threw that in there and I threw some carrots in there. I threw zucchini in there. We ate that over southern fried chicken. Mike, I just now got that. But I'm slow. I am so slow. I made New England pot roast and southern fried chicken once and had a Civil War in my tummy. Nosferatu, is that the one you were talking about? Nosferatu. We were talking about that last night. It's funny you brought that up. Lulu and I were talking about Bela Lugosi last night. She likes those old Bela Lugosi films. Did the South rise again? Chicken and vegetable from Yogi's Grill with teriyaki. That sounds good. Sounds really good. I know. You know, I've like had a country sausage and biscuit gravy breakfast in my head song all week. Might have to make some this weekend. I only have whole wheat flour, so I wonder how my biscuits will turn out with whole wheat flour. The song is, did we do it? Did we do it? It wasn't Beautiful Stranger. It was Beautiful Dreamer. Was that song, was it in The Rascals? What song was that movie in? Beautiful Dreamer. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na. I think they used to also have that on some music boxes had that tune playing. I don't know. I looked at I think I looked at the wiki article on that and I couldn't find any other references to that in another movie. So I don't know. You were so close, Mrs. Hopkins, so close. Why is the camera messing up again? All right, here we go. Last question. Name the title to a song by the Eagles. There's also a line in the nursery rhyme, Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Are you talking about me, Lulu, and Suzanne? The Three Stooges? Because that would be about right. I can't wait to see Mama B. I can't wait to see Mama B at all. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Name the title to a song by the Eagles that's also a line in the nursery rhyme, Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Question 21. Question 21. What was I just going to look up? Nope, not already gone. Has to have pretty or beautiful in the title. Let's see. Mm. Nope, not Hotel California. Good guess though. Pretty cockle shells. No. No, 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 no. I need to look and see what cockle shells look like. I want to say they're those little tiny ones. Oh, they're kind of like scallops. I haven't had those. I don't, no, they look like clams. Blood clam. Cockle. 79 calories and 100 grams. Scientific name. Cardide. 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 I haven't had those. I don't believe. Shaped a bit like scallops and or arcs, but they contain bumps around the sides and bottoms of their shells. And the giant cockle is most famous in the Southeast. Pretty maids all on a row. That's it, Mike. Mike, you made it to the board. Congratulations. Last question. Awesome. That's great, especially considering you were late. And I think a lot of the easier questions were probably some of the first questions. So good kind of comeback there, Mike. Good job. So that concludes tonight's game, but our prize tonight, I totally came unprepared. You want to know what Lulu suggested the prize should be tonight? She suggested that the prize should be a ice cube. How's that? Lulu's prizes suck. I just say, if Lulu's wanted to play reindeer games, I wouldn't play with her. Something from your suitcase? Oh my gosh. Something from my suitcase. The only thing I was going to give you this quarter round with the nails already in there. All you got to do is smack that baby right in there. But you could also use this to comb your hair. You can use it to draw a circle if you're working on a project and need a circle done. Oh, if you're playing like tiddlywinks or marbles, you can use this to make your little game thing. But yeah, Clowny's always here. Hey, Ann. So Ann, you should have some new subscribers. Ann, y'all, has a new podcast, and it's all about her sheepoo, Brooke. And Brooke is the most amazing, super dog there is. She is amazing. And I'm going to drop the link here. And Anne also has a new book out on Amazon. I put a post of the title of the book. And you can go to Amazon, just do a search for the title, Anne Baker, and you'll find that book. About Brookie Poo and her adoption story. And it is the podcast website for the podcast. And I didn't have a chance to talk with you too much before I went live. Is this podcast also child friendly? Is this PG? I think it's a great idea, Anne. It is a superb idea because with the release of the book and then having the podcast too, it just like makes it live forever. And Brooke is just such an awesome dog. She's a sweetheart. Ugh, want her in my lap again, giving me kisses all over. Oh wait, we need to figure out okay, our accoutrement. Okay, I'll give you someone from the suitcases, Miss H. It is. Dun, dun, dun. You get a Ziploc bag. I highly recommend putting extra Ziploc bags in your carry-on. Now, this one looks like it's been used before. I usually like to put it fresh, but I can kind of tell it's used. But let's just write on here. Because what I also like to do is sometimes if I have a little snack or something, I like to keep some Ziplocs in my suitcase, especially if I'm doing road trips where I can have a little snacky food or something. Especially when you get to the hotel and they have the refrigerator there. You just maybe throw some salad in there real quick, and then you can salad up with the head, whatever. The fridge is too full. Anyway, I have all kinds of cool travel tips. I think I might do a video of what all I'm packing, like essentials in my road trip as a single senior in the road for the most part on my own. Annabelle Chats is no longer rated G. She's coming to the dark side, y'all. Brooke is always child friendly. Oh, yeah. Annabelle Chats. I'll give you one with a a lot of creativity. So Annabelle Chats is, let me drop the link for that because Ann Baker wears many hats. She is a model, actress. She is an artiste. She does beadwork. She does. Uh, she's an author, uh, and she does print advertising, commercial, like video advertising. She does like everything. She's just amazing, and she's just an amazing friend, an amazing wife, an amazing dog mom. She's my hero. So yeah. And she also is has a chronic disease that she deals with amongst all of that. So she seems to balance it all pretty well. So, all right, good. I don't know how much of that you heard, how much you missed, but that is so weird that my audio is messing up. All right, so Mrs. Hopkins, you got a used Ziploc bag, and I made sure to label it used, so you won't put your grandma's teeth in there or anything. Or your mom, I should say your mom's teeth. Make her head big, easy. No. Anne is one of those people who is always down to earth and she'll never get a big head, ever. I know from whence she comes. uh, yeah, yeah. We kind of come from the same, I guess, culture, I guess is the way to put it. Maybe a little bit, somewhat. So, yeah. So yeah, I'll go through a bunch of packing tips later and what I got going on here. So, and I want to pause. You made me think of the thing I need to do is I need to get my lug nuts loose and make sure they're, you know, Hoosiers by heart. That's right. Hoosiers rule. We're born to play basketball. Yeah. 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 I've thrown off a few male coworkers, and we had basketball courts at the office. They were shocked. Like, wow, where'd that come from? Uh, mhm. 80 foot pounds. 80 foot pounds. Yeah. 80 foot pounds. Is that what I need to have them put in all my lug nuts? All right, cool. Good to know. Because I've tried changing tires on friends' cars. I didn't know how to change a dang tire, and I couldn't get the lug nuts loose. So yeah, that's getting done. I think probably Saturday. I told Chris just take it in and have him do it. People will do anything for a dime because we're both busy. We're both really busy. So, and it's hot. They can pop those hub caps off and do that work in no time. Yeah. Yeah. I've bent crowbars trying to get lug nuts off. Uh, so yeah, I just don't want to be in that situation. But like I said, I've got a lot of stuff, and I'll go over all that with on a video, all the things I've talked about. I don't know if I'll do it before or after I get back. Maybe I'll do it before. I don't know. I don't know. So aluminum ribs, they need to be retightened after some driving. Oh, thanks. Angela, I'm not surprised. I may have done the same actually. I don't know. I think Chris knew how to do that before. I don't know, because we're not AAA people. I'm like, I could pay AAA all day long and it's not going to help me. I pay for them for 5 years and I don't need them. And it's a lot of money. I could just pay a tow truck driver to come and change my tire or haul me or whatever it needs to be done by paying cash instead of doing AAA. So I'm not a fan of AAA for that reason. Same with like home warranties. I don't do those because it's cheaper just to pay for stuff as it breaks down. So, another log on the bar. I know we're going into overtime here. Yeah, I'm getting hot in here, so I'm gonna have to go. And I still got to figure out how to get my park pass. Like I said, hours to get a national park pass. I'm just over it at this point. Over it. And I said earlier that I was like, oh, screw it. I won't go through the government websites that don't work. I'll just go to a national park and buy the first national park I'm close to. I will buy a park pass. And so I looked it up on their website, which ones offer where I can go buy the park pass. And I saw which one and I made sure I called them. And they're like, no, we can't offer park passes. He was like, but you don't have to go through the national park. You can go through BLM or it's all going to take me to the same stupid website that doesn't work. I know, Angela. It's crazy. But I think the problem is I'm trying to get this senior lifetime national park pass. It's only $80. But I have to verify my age, and I have to verify my age through ID.me, ID.me. And that's, well, ID.me is saying that the government website is the problem. And I've tried to contact the government chat help multiple times. But you can't leave the window because if you leave the window, then it's hidden. Then I couldn't find it. Even though I click back on the Chrome, main Chrome tab that I have open, it doesn't pop open because there's a pop-up window. It was in there. You just have to hover and then click on it. It was like crazy. It's too much work. Too much work. So you can't get the national park pass at the library. You have to get it at a national park or the government websites. Yeah, websites are getting. So then I said to me.id.me, I said, so can you please open a trouble ticket with the recreation.gov website? And they're like, no, we don't do that. Like, and I'm wondering, how do they get paid? They should get paid by the piece. Like if you ID somebody and it goes through and it works, or you help somebody, you get a cost for helping, and you get a cost for every time you actually ID somebody. And if you can't do that, then you don't get paid. Because then I bet they'd have an incentive to open a trouble ticket with rec.gov. They're not making money because the id.me doesn't work. And that's crazy. Oh, it was like when I was applying for Social Security and during the whole Doge thing. That was a nightmare. None of the workers knew what to do from day to day. That was poor. Every time I called Social Security or dealt with anybody in Social Security trying to sign up, first thing I did was, I'm so sorry. I thought one girl was just going to start crying on me. Oh my gosh. I know, but that's okay. That's okay. We can literally eat, poo, and die. Who needs USDA inspections? Who needs food safety? Too many government regulations. Too much oversight. Yeah, look where that got you. Now people are dying from the measles too. I think they reported 2 died from measles in Pennsylvania this week. So close to being eradicated. You go right ahead, Angela. If it makes you feel better, you do that, girl. I'm with you. How did I pick my name? I did a whole video on that. Pause. But I'll tell you. First, I looked through. I picked a lot. I had a list of 20 names, and then I went through Google and I researched every name that I picked. And obviously, if it came up on any Google web search, it got kicked out. And then finally, Easy Street with Jen was one that didn't pull up on a Google search. It wasn't on YouTube ever. It wasn't on TikTok. It wasn't on Instagram. It wasn't anywhere. And so I'm like, yeah, that's my name. I'm the one and only. Nobody has that. And I went and I secured all my social media stuff. And so nobody else could pick that name. And then that's what I did. Now, what I will say is when I get my LLC done, if I ever get my LLC done, I've got to get that done after I come back. But when I get my LLC done, then I'm going to have that under a media name or a production name, and then Easy Street with Jen or any other like podcast or channels ever in the future will fall under that media production company. So that's what I'm going to do. All the domains. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I got my domain name too. So I own easystreetwithjen.com. So, yeah. That is the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Because there are so many people with so many similar names, and it makes it hard to find them. Or they'll come up with a weird spelling, and nobody wants to do a weird spelling. And nobody wants a channel name with 20 100 letters. Which I got onto Lulu about because I'm like, feel good cookie more. That's a lot. And she said it's the same as yours. I'm like, no, no, not at all. But she said it's only one more syllable. And I'm like, okay, that is true. I think 100% odds, brook trout. Now the question is, what flavor are you getting? I don't know what flavors they have, but I am going with, hold on, before you say, oh, I think they have turtle, crazy for cookie dough, devil foods cake. I think you're gonna go for the turtle custard. I know, right, Angela? Yeah, I'm still trying to wait. I'm still trying to die for my COVID shot. That hadn't happened yet. All of them. No blood clots, no heart attacks, no nothing. Except mild symptoms when I finally got it. It's the only thing that happened to me. Yeah, I did just get my flu shot and my COVID shot and my Tdap shot. So I'm all good to go. I'm ready to bite rusty nails. So Annabelle chats, did I drop that link? Annabelle chats is right there. All right, that's Annabelle chats. Oh my gosh, no wonder. I thought the chat wasn't moving. Got stuck again. See, by high grass, I think of you. Thanks, Pause. I'll never forget that story that I told about the prank somebody played on me. Chocolate covered strawberry blizzard. They have a new caramel apple cheesecake blizzard that's good too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It popped up. Good. There it is. There's Annabelle Chats. Can't wait to see what chaos Annabelle Chats gets into. She can be quite the curious girl. And since she's been roofied by Clowny already, anything could happen because no telling what brain damage that did to her when Clowny roofied her that time. So when we were at that party, that was pretty traumatic. And she still, oh, shoot, I didn't tell her that's what happened to her. So anyway, but yeah, go check out Annabelle's chats because, well, it's Annabelle. What's not to love? It's Annabelle. It's Annabelle. It could be the flavor of the day, like peanut butter or simple chocolate. Yeah, I love chocolate malt. I'll get double malt sometimes. Ugh. When I worked at Swenson's, they had a sundae that was a Whopper sundae. So you got Whopper ice cream with, I think it was butterscotch and chocolate syrup. And we added like Whoppers around the edge of the glass and all that stuff, and whipped cream, cherries, all that stuff. Crazy. We may have sprinkled malt powder there. Yeah, she needs to send Clowny a message. I can't believe that he has totally ghosted her. Did he even respond to the video that we did? Ovaltine. There you go. Drink your Ovaltine. You poke your eye out. See, that would have been the more successful campaign. Drink Ovaltine or you'll poke your eye out. The Whoppers and they became stale. So good. I know, like they get a little chewy in there. I like that. Chris doesn't like anything that sticks to his teeth. I love toffee. I love caramels. I love any of that stuff. But I was never a fan of gummies. I don't like the Haribo brand gummies, but I like the Albanese women-owned business gummies. They actually have some flavor. And they make a sugar-free Albanese. Makes a really good sugar-free gummies. Nope. I know that Clowny, he's slacking. I don't know what he's been up to. But I have been referring people to his friend Josh. So they're looking for boxing lessons. So there's that. Haven't had it in forever. I hadn't either. And I didn't even know because we were so poor. We didn't get stuff like Ovaltine that would have vitamins in it. So I didn't realize that Ovaltine had that malt flavor. So when I was older, I don't know, I must have been at somebody's house and had it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been missing this all my life. And it has vitamins. GFS gummies are fantastic. What is GFS? GFS. Is that a brand? Is it a vitamin? Is it a roofie? Gordon Food Service? Is that who you're talking about? GFS, Gordon Food Service. Bulk candy. Oh my gosh, she's talking bulk. Oh my gosh, gummy pig candy tub. Oh, the joy just comes over my face. Oh, they have a store in South Georgia. Oh no, they're in Jacksonville. They're in Clowny territory. Wow. They're in Clowny territory. That's scary. Gordon Food Service. Am I still they deliver food, like full meals and everything. Really? French toast breakfast bake. Oh my gosh. 7 days a week they deliver. Ground beef, $3.99 a pound, 73% lean. 160-ounce package. Jumbo chicken wings, $65.99 a case. 10-pound bag, so 40 pounds for $65.99. Here's a 8119 ground beef, $4.19 a pound. Whole beef round knuckles. Those cow knuckles, you gotta watch out. They're fast. 10.16 average piece, $5.49 a pound. It looks like they're individually bagged. 0-inch trim, peeled, boneless. Beef eyes of round, whole. 1/4-inch fat cap. I love that they put how much fat is on there. $5.29 a pound. This is like Azure Standard, only better. They have a store in Macon, Georgia, apparently. Feta cheese, 9 pounds of feta cheese. Cheeses by the pounds, 5 pounds. Oh my goodness. Dairy staples, meat, produce, seafood, fresh produce, disposables, cleanup, fryer ready essentials, restaurant essentials. Wow. Wow. Chicken Alfredo already prepared. Oh, and then they have like, a whole case, 18 count box of a variety pack of M&Ms. $26.99 a box. So that's like Costco, but they deliver. Hush puppies. Propane exchange. Deli, meat, seafood, produce, beverages, disposables. Order online for in-store pickup. Delivered in a pinch. Same day express van. Low minimum order size per. Oh, we don't have one near us though. That's the problem. They're so far away from us. I wonder how close they deliver. I guess you have to show up on their radar. That's crazy. Cinnamon. Oh, pho. I want pho. I want pho. I haven't had pho in a long time. But when I go to eat pho, I always have to wear the right shirt. You know, I want something with a loud print that soup stains don't show up all over it. I have a certain attire I have to wear to Vietnamese restaurants. We have a lot of new restaurants I need to try out around here. So, yeah. But that is interesting, Anne. Thanks for that. So if any one of you have Gordon Restaurant Market is the name of it. You have breakfast burritos, chorizo breakfast burritos. That's crazy. I want to look. I'm just curious what their seafood is like. Come on, go meat and seafood. I want to see brat, sausages, hot dogs, franks, pork, breakfast, bacon, beef, poultry, meat alternatives. They even have meat alternatives, Angela Critters. Plant-based veggie burger from Impossible Foods. You can get a frozen 5-pound bag, 4 per case. So you get 20 pounds for $174.99. There you go, Angela. $174.99. Let's do the math. Because I'm like that. $174.99 for Impossible meat. Calculator. 74.99 divided by 20. That is $8.74 a pound. What does it run in Walmart? Impossible meat. Burger patties. Ground beef. 12-ounce brick is $6.78, so it's $9.04 a pound. So getting your meat from Gordon Restaurant Market will save you a bit of money. It will save you, what was it, $6.78? It'll save you a whole whopping almost $2, $1.97 per pound. It would save you buying from Gordon Restaurant Market. Crazy. Oh, yeah. There's a place in Lutz, Odessa that does a decent pho. Oh, Beyond Meat, not Impossible. Sorry, Angela. Dang. Let's see. But I don't see any Frozen meat and seafood. I want to see some seafood. What they have. Ribeye steaks, $10.99 for a 10-ounce package. It's a good price. Really good. Philly beef steaks, $60. 4-ounce bag, 40 per case. So that's 10 pounds. 10 pounds you end up with, 760, 77. About $7 a pound for a Philly beef steak. That's salmon. Wild caught chum. Wild caught boneless, skinless. They have catfish. Now they do have specific Alaskan keta wild caught. So that's good. All their stuff is wild caught. But it doesn't say if it's Atlantic or Pacific. It's the only thing. Shrimp. Some scrimps. 21.25 raw shrimp. $14.79 a bag for a 2-pound bag. I guess that's a medium, 21.25, something like that. Why is the cheese stuffed breadsticks here? Swy. No bulk bologna to grind. Tilapia. Catfish. Halal wingdings. There you go. Chicken wingdings. Wingzings, I guess they're called. Tail on shrimp, $16.20. 2-pound bag, $16.99. I haven't seen scallops up up top somewhere. Chris and I had the best fried chicken we've ever had in our lives last night. And we split a half a chicken and we got 3 meals out of it. Craziness. Yeah, Brooke. Is it cheaper though if you just buy your own salmon? Because I just make my mix. Garlic powder, onion powder, soy sauce, bourbon, splash of bourbon. It doesn't need much. No brown sugar to taste. I mix it all first and I taste it. Then I put my bourbon in there. If it passed the test. Now, if you buy fresh salmon and you're going to cut it like a whole side and you're going to cut it and freeze it, I'd make the bourbon first. Put the fish in the bourbon, then freeze it. That was a trick somebody taught me many years ago when I was cooking. This is how I could, I think, cook every night, even when I worked full time and then some, is that because I always worked over 40 hours a week, always. I always worked a half hour over every day, no matter what. And then sometimes there were extra times where I stayed extra late or worked on weekends. But that being said, the great saver was I buy meat I go grocery shopping, buy my bulk meat, slice it up, do whatever I'm going to do to it, and put it right in a marinade, then freeze it. And then as I'm taking it out, it's marinating while I'm at work. I come home and I just cook it. Yes, marinate it first, then freeze it. But you just put it in the marinade and then freeze the whole thing. And then it marinates as it thaws. You don't have to let it sit in the marinade. Just put the marinade in the bag, put the meat in there, freeze it. Yeah, take the bag out and cook. Easy peasy. That saved me probably a ton of money when I worked and ate at home. Yeah, but I get tired of when you're working, your creativity level when you come home isn't as great. I get home at 6 o'clock and go to cook a meal. And so for me, marinating something was an easy way to mix things up. So I could mix it with some plain meats that I want to doctor up fresh. And then I could add my supplemental marinated, whether it be an Asian marinade or Polynesian type marinade or uh, Italian seasoning type marinade, mustard chicken for the grill, something like that. It always have those extra marinated meats in the back so that I could just pull those out for variety. So that's kind of not everything I ate was marinated, but it just helped bring variety to the table, for quick meals. Just have to come in, put it on the skillet or throw it in the oven and be ready. Because I think that was the hardest part of my old house and cooking was trying to decide what to cook. Now, having a garden, love having a garden because I don't have to decide what to cook. I cook what's available. And that's really nice. I don't have to make that decision. I just got to come up with a protein. So that helps. Helps a lot. So I don't know. But I would also do casseroles and freeze those for easy meals and just try and stay up on it. And even now, I always have reserved frozen food because I don't know if I'm going to get sick, Chris is going to get sick, there's an emergency, and we're not going to have time to cook meals. And it'd be nice to have just something quick to grab, throw in the microwave, and have a decent meal. So I always make sure I have food available. Well, it keeps you from going out and getting junk food or spontaneous food or something. Now, last night when we went out for dinner, we normally don't eat fried chicken, but it was a new restaurant, new chef, wanted to like give them some support. Oh, pause. What do you think of this? They had on the menu. It was a jerk coconut jambalaya. Now that sounds amazing to me, and I want to go back and try it. Jerk coconut jambalaya. I'm thinking it sounds like it's going to be really good. Because I think if you like jerk and peas and rice, right, you're probably going to really like jerk coconut jambalaya. I think it's going to work well together. I'm going to go try it. I'm going to go try it one day. Hey, Grandma Teresa, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. How's your week going? I like jambalaya. I like jambalaya too. Jerk coconut, right? It does sound so good to me. I think it sounds good together. But I don't know. I think Paws may have run to the bathroom to vomit. I don't know. He may be offended by the by messing with the jambalaya. Very good. We can play with jambalaya, right? Right. I know. I think he's is he award-winning chef? I think he's been on TV. Atlanta has so many celebrity chefs. It's crazy. Hmm. No. Well, I can't find him now. I have to go back up there and figure out what he I'm doing good, Grandma Teresa. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy day just trying to get a national park pass. I've spent hours trying to get a park pass. Deeply offended by the arrogance of some of these wannabe disrespectful TV chefs. They are want to make me, you know who really turned me off, right? Because I was a fan of what was the name of it? Not Top Chef. What was the Asian one? What was the Asian one? Chef. The chef competition. The Japanese. What was the name of it? Iron Chef. Iron Chef. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed when Bobby Flay jumped up on the table, the food table. I'm like, so embarrassed. It was another one of those American Tourist episodes. Yeah, Iron Chef. Bobby Flay jumped up on the dang thing. I was embarrassed. Yan Can Cook. I like Yan. Yan is back, I believe. I think he's back on social media. Isn't he? Looking good as ever. He always had a great personality. 4 years ago. Oh, he was on KQED. So, but all of his old videos are on. Oh, here he is. 14,000 subscribers. Yan Can Cook. 136 videos. His last video was 1 year ago, so he hasn't posted in a year. So yeah, if you're a friend of Yan Can Cook, he's on YouTube. It's funny, Jenny Jones is, remember the talk show host, Jenny Jones? She's on YouTube also doing cooking videos. And she's doing a lot of Polish stuff because that's her family background. Oh no, pause and play Dola. I embarrassed me. I was on Cutthroat. You know who else was on Cutthroat Kitchen? Atlanta chef Alex. And I love Alex, and I loved him on that show. He was hilarious, and he was an amazing chef. His restaurant here was so good. And then he shut it down. I don't know why. But it was very popular when it opened. I loved Cutthroat Kitchen. And I only knew of it because of him, actually. So I watched all of his episodes, really. And they really went after him. So you were on This Old House? Were you the old house, Brooke? No, were they in Wisconsin? I thought they filmed in the Northeast only. Of course, I haven't had TV in what I say, like 20 years. So these celebrity chefs kind of go over my head. I hear more like, who's the celebrity chef from my mother-in-law? She'll say, oh, so and so just opened up a restaurant. Let's go check it out. Or, it's always somebody. One she wanted to go to was Gun Show. Who is that owns that? Gun Show. Cody Chasser. Our story. It began with Kevin Gillespie. Yeah, Kevin Gillespie has restaurants all over. So does Kevin Rathbun. And my favorite chef is Linton Hopkins, though. Linton Hopkins is my favorite chef. James Beard Award for Best Chef Southeast. Now, he used to own Restaurant Eugene. Superb restaurant, superb. They used to have mushroom. What is the first time I had mushroom ganache? It was at Linton Hopkins restaurant. It sounds funky, but it was so good. First time I had squab was at Linton Hopkins restaurant. Pigeon. It was delicious. Grease Lightning. In Lake Forest, Illinois, north of Chicago. Oh, okay. No relation. Paul Prudhomme. Now, I'm not surprised. Now, why do you like him over Justin Wilson? Justin Wilson was like down to earth. Ooh-wee. Like that he was always pouring the wine. Yeah, the French call it squab. Well, the French call it whatever it is in French. Squab in French is pigeonneau. Squab translation, reverso context. Pigeonneau. Pigeonneau is how it's pronounced, I guess. Pigeonneau. Sleep good. All right, Angela. Who's leaving? Brooke, sleep well. I know you have an early day. You're a hardworking man. So, yeah, now who was creepy was the frugal chef. I think he got arrested for some stuff that shall not be mentioned on YouTube. Pretty disgusting, from what I remember. I should see if that's true before I say it. Oh, they have him on YouTube? He died in 2004. It was the most watched cooking show in the US in 92. 15 million viewers. Reputation. Regarded as a genius by some and a tyrant as by others. He had detractors, described the frugal gourmet who is neither. Oh my gosh. Chicago Tribune chef columnist wrote, I've tried to cook his stuff and let's say it was hit or miss. Some things worked and others didn't. Laura Shapiro criticized him as a prime example of prominent cooks who may compromise their integrity by being paid to recommend food products and kitchenware. Ooh. Cookbook is an infomercial. See, that's what YouTube's kind of come a bit of. And I know people don't like it. People push back if you advertise too much, I think. Especially when, well, there's a lawsuit right now actually against YouTube because they, I probably shouldn't bring it up because I'll probably shadow ban me. But there are people that are complaining that they're paying for premium, the Prime or whatever it is. And then they're the ad-free stuff. And then when they watch the video, there will be an ad in it, whether it be advertising for like an Amazon product or for advertising from a sponsor. And so now they're getting pushback on that. So we'll see what comes of that lawsuit. But, oh yeah, so in 97, 7 men filed a civil lawsuit against the Frugal Gourmet, charging him with abuse. 6 of them alleged it was as teenagers working at the chaplain's pantry. Disgusting. 7 claimed that he was assaulted in 92. No criminal charges were filed, but the case was settled. Imagine that. Litigation ended his television career and his cookbook contracts were canceled, as it should be. Yeah. Angela, I know you were doing stuff for a while and then you pulled back, right? I know, isn't that disgusting? And I was shocked when I heard that. I was really shocked. I don't trust pimps, period, right? I mean, it's kind of hard to trust somebody with a PhD, but no degree. That was from Pimps Up, Hose Down, documentary about the what do they call it? The pimp ball. What do they call it? The player's ball. If you've never seen it, it's a very interesting documentary. But yeah. Yeah. Hey, being a chef is tough, man. There's a reason most of them smoke and drink and, end up not surviving to a ripe old age. It is a tough life. It's hell on the body. My roommate now, my former roommate that was a chef, he's trying to get disability now, but he's only in his 50s. So, but he can't stand behind a grill anymore all day, 8 hours a day. He can't do it. So, and it's great if you have success and have a claim, but for the average person working a kitchen their whole life, it's a rough road, man. It's a very rough road, right? I mean, and I took my tech stuff, so I had my tech background, but I was in the restaurant industry because I lived in Orlando, Florida. What are you going to do? You're going to either work at a park or you're going to work in a restaurant. So, or work in a hotel. Those are your choices. I chose restaurant because I could interact with customers and I get to do everything. I got to wash dishes. I mean, I did everything. Wash dishes, serve, whatever needed from day to day. I was always the one to step up and take somebody's role that was out and do my job. And then if dishes or a million dishes at the end of my shift, I would do a million dishes at the end of my shift. For $2.10 an hour. Because I was a server, right? So I got to meet people around the world. That's what I loved most about that job, is meeting people from around the world. And they were always so happy because they're on vacation. And so many families were like, I had a family from Brazil that wanted me to hang out with them for the day. And, it was just, I don't know, you met just so many people. So many business people too. So that was always interesting. But yeah, and I would do anything. So I worked at an ice cream parlor before I moved to Georgia. It was ice cream, and then we served breakfast, lunch, dinner, kind of brass and fern type place. And somebody came in, they thought we were O'Farrell's ice cream, where people sang and danced around the table. Now we had all the big ice creams. You can get the big 20 scoop ice cream birthday extravaganza thing, or whatever. But we didn't do the singing around the table and run a train around the ceiling. But night, Ann. Good to see you. We'll talk later. We'll talk later this week. I should be sending you something. So, good night, Ann. Good seeing you. And then, yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, we served everything. And so, Farrell's ice cream. So a customer said, hey, do you do that, run around the table and sing, dance? I'm like, no, but I got you. That guy gave me a $20 tip for ice cream. It was awesome because I danced around the table and sang happy birthday. I don't care. I'll do anything for $1. That's what you do when you're a server. You do anything for $1. Whatever pays the bills. But, I was a server, so I worked, double shifts there if they needed me. And next door was a convenience store gas station. So I walked next door because I wasn't surviving in the 80s on my single income job. So I went next door and said, hey, do you need help stocking, restocking, cleaning shelves, restocking the cooler and stuff late at night? She's like, yes, please. So I got a job like part-time right next to where I worked, a few hours a night, stocking, cleaning, however long it took me. It didn't have to be perfection, it just had to look better than it did when I walked in. So, and the hours had to reflect the work. So it was a pretty sweet gig having as a second job right next door. Yeah, Ice Cream Mountain. I was bad. I ordered ice cream this week. I've been trying to stick with the Yasso low carb, but that's hard to do. It's that salted caramels coming into the house. I think Chris said they delayed the order for some reason. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go. It's 10:33. I think I have an hour and a half to work with the help desk for our national parks to try and give them money. I know. It's still hot. The ice cream helps. Ice cream helps. That makes me happy. I like it. And it fills my stomach. If I have a little bit of a hunger thing going on, it just makes me just happy enough. Now, Walmart is changing my order, and I don't know why, because I scheduled it. And maybe they're messing. I've never had Walmart change my order day. And it may be because I don't pay. I get free pickup. I just don't want to walk in their store. Let's see. Walmart. We had to reschedule your order. Our apologies. Oh, unexpected issue affecting store operator. Now, I hope that means the freezer's not down. That I'm going to get melted, refrozen stuff. It's always scary. Frozen popsicles, delish. Supposedly everything is bad for us. Yeah, of course, everything's bad for us. Probably the stuff I grow in my garden's bad for us too because of all the CO2 around here. You're always welcome, Pause. You're always good. You're always good. I always learn from you. You have a great channel. I appreciate it. I know my go-to these days when I get the munchies is the zero kind bars. Zero sugar added. It has some carbs, but not too many. It has fat to counterbalance all the carbs. But it's not. This is carb zero, zero carb. It's not zero carb, but it's low and it's zero sugar. And it's like a candy bar, especially their caramel. The caramel kind bars are really good. Shop. And what I don't like is they have to ship the kind bars usually. And the raspberry no sugar added kind bar only has 15 grams of carbs and it has 12 grams of fat. No added sugar, 5 grams of protein. So it works for me as a grab and go. So that's one of the things I have in my suitcase, Mrs. Hopkins, is have kind bars. We'll see if they're any when I get to you. Good night, Angela. Sleep well. Good seeing you. Have a great rest of the week. So with that, I'm going to go, y'all. I need to go. You know, my friends, first it was Suzanne, kept me up till 2 in the morning. Then Lulu kept me up till the 8, 9 in the morning. We always have fun. I can't wait to see her. So, yeah. So that was a good show. That was a lot of fun. I liked that. Hope everybody else enjoyed tonight's music trivia. But I definitely had fun. So with that, I'm going to go. Mrs. Hopkins will be in touch. We will be in touch. Let me know if you have any more questions for me, Mrs. Hopkins. IQ low sugar. Oh, 12 carbs. Oh, see, that's still close. Still close. Let's go. Well, it's not no sugar, it's low sugar. So it has sugar. You may be better off with the 15 carbs and 12 grams of fat because the fat will slow down any of those carbs that actually are natural carbs. They're not coming from any sugars. So no. I know my endocrinologist just started a cooking class, but I can't attend. The time doesn't work for me. So, but hopefully they'll have other offerings and stuff. And so I can ask questions like that. All I know is my doctor said, don't do keto, but do more fats, more protein. And I started doing that, and then my triglycerides went sky high. So I had to back off of that plan a little bit. But I am still trying to get a lot of lean protein in where I can. And I got the protein drinks too to help me out. And my mantra is if you're going to eat, because I don't eat but one meal a day, and then maybe a snack. Maybe. Only if I'm desperate. So my mantra is always, if you're going to eat something, make it count. So it has to have vitamins or protein. That's what I try to go for. So that's what I try and keep in my head. That crazy little cobweb head. So, Mrs. H, we'll talk to you later. It was a good show. I had fun. It was always good seeing Paz come in too. He's funny. And I could talk food forever. So that's my love language. Food. That's terrible. And I'm trying to get away from that, but that's what I'm known for. Like, I'm known for being a good cook. I'm known for, growing my fruits and vegetables, even when I lived in the city before it was really popular and stuff. So I've always been a geeky girl like that. But I don't know. Trying to get away from that reputation. It's hard, but it's getting easier. Like this week, I kept forgetting to take food out of the freezer because I just no interest in it. I just want somebody to cook for me, feed me. But yeah, I was pretty hurting Thursday, so I gave up and went to a restaurant, which is rare. But yeah, I just couldn't do it after physical therapy and everything. So they put a hurting on me. Put a hurting on me. All right, I'll be good. If you can't, name it after me. Have fun doing it. Because I would. I would for sure. All right, good night, y'all. Love you very much. I'll see y'all later. Some of you for sure IRL very soon. Bye.